It's going to be the Wind on the blue side and Taipans on the orange side. Take it away.
It absolutely is, and thank you very much. We got 5 minutes on the clock. The opening kickoff does go in the way of the orange team. Hoisey, we go for the air dribble, look for the double tap, not going to get it though. Zora is there for the follow-up, looking for the pinch, not going to be very successful though, followed up by Chu. Chu going to send this one down, great pass, great redirect, and now Hoisey going to get the clear out. The first 20 seconds are now off the clock. Great opening possession from the team in blue as they are playing outstanding opening Rocket League, but hopefully they can keep this going.
Yeah, Wind are definitely coming out strong here, but the Taipans are on the offensive side of the pitch. Dred's going to bring it over, just missed Hoisey out there in the mid side. Zora does take a shot on net. Tulane gets the nice save out, and right out the gate, a lot of heavy hits coming out. These teams definitely looking really clean. They are the top teams in the minor tiers, so definitely some high-level play we're expecting. Ooh, nice attempt there from Zora. Gets the demo down as well. But yeah, this is a little bit back and forth, Sandar. I think Wind started off pretty strong here, but the Taipans have answered back pretty well here.
Taipans certainly have. They're really looking for their opportunities. Hoisey really trying to be that offensive powerhouse. Not been able to see a lot of these players so far, but certainly they are opening up the gate hot, especially right now with Zora trying to get the opportunity. Loses out in the 50, ends up going neutral off the ceiling. Just Hoisey once again sending it down over to the corner. Bus gonna send this one down, which that Zora gonna make the catch. Zora still has control. Chu gonna go for the over the top 50, but once again gonna go absolutely nowhere. The 50s are completely neutral and nobody's having the advantage. It certainly is a full 50-50.
Yeah, good midfield play and speed from both teams is leading into that 50 style play. Something you kind of see in the higher tiers, so it's really exciting that we are seeing it here. But Dred trying to get it across, gives it to Busto, which is really dangerous. Hoisey saves Zora's touch. Zora didn't really have the save there, and he does end up letting it go to Hoisey. Hoisey's going to put over the top. Drake almost gets the redirect touch over it. Zora's going to bring it down. Doesn't get the best of touches, but does demo Bus for their efforts to get it cleared out. And we're getting close to the halfway mark here. It does look like Taipans are trying to get a little bit more physical to get that first goal in, but I'm actually kind of surprised here, Xandar, that we don't have a goal yet, especially with the way the stats looked for both these teams and how fast these teams came out.
Absolutely, it is surprising a lot. The opportunities are coming through, but they are not being capitalized on. That's a great opportunity, but they're going to be too high. The saves are certainly going to be the powerhouse until the Bus is going to slot that one bottom corner to open up the scoreline for the blue team.
Yeah, Wind do take the first goal here. Zora, not really the touch they wanted on out of the net here. Tried to send it to the right, but gave it a little bit too mid for Bus. So that's going to be goal number 1 for Wind. They take the first goal of the series as well. Hoisey tried to get it off the kickoff. Does kind of miss there. And this leaves an opportunity for Wind, but Tulane a little bit too right. Didn't really have an offensive player there to receive the pass. The pinch goes out, gets into the corner. Tulane's trying to control it. Really low on Busto, and Hoisey does get it to the mid. Buzz backflip. Zora had an opportunity, and it didn't go in. Tulane picks it up off of that, and that really was what the Taipans needed. That's got to really hurt. But right away, Hoisey's trying to recover, and Wind are looking a little bit on their back foot here, Xandar.
They certainly are. They're really trying to pull the right card out, but they cannot pick out the king, queen, or the ace. They're really looking pretty light. They're picking out the 2s, the 3s, and the 4s. Not going to get you anywhere closer to that 21 blackjack number that you are in need of. That's exactly where I was going with that analogy, but we're with 90 seconds now. The 1-goal lead in the way for the Wind, and right now it's going in the way of the orange team. The Taipans looking for their own opportunity. Hoisey, good bump, and that's going to be Dred, going to be left all alone. Does make the defensive stop in the midfield. They get away with one there. Can they push this one down? Great 50, gets past the last defender, and Dred going to slot this one in for a tie ball game.
Wow, and what a shot from Dred. Gets up there, the pinch with Tulane. Actually, I don't know if Tulane got a piece of it, but Dred at 64 miles an hour, straight to the back of the net, gets that tying goal with 1:08 remaining, and the Taipans needed that going into this game 1, starting the series off. And they get a good kickoff here too, but Tulane does get the control touch off of Bus's hit, and that's dangerous, but Tulane is right there for the defense opportunity. Bus trying to get the redirect in. Doesn't really get quite what they wanted. Zora tries to go to control it, and You know, Zora has already had two opportunities that kind of went a little bit off. Probably wants those back. Zora normally an incredibly good player. It has an insane SPV stat for the season so far. So definitely really gonna see probably a change in, you know, like I'm a little bit more consistency coming from them. Get the nerves out from the stream game. I'm definitely expecting a little bit more from them as we move forward here, Xandar.
Absolutely agreeing with that one. The opportunities, yeah, like you were talking about, they were trying to go through, especially Zora. We've been looking at him quite a lot tonight, but not been able to pull off until maybe gets a double tap, but gets the great pass to Dread to pull them in front with 9 seconds remaining on the clock.
Wow, what an opportunity. We were just talking about how Zora needed to step up, and right away gets a great pass up over the top. And it's going to be Dread putting that in. Sorry, was it Dread? Yeah, it was Dread. Putting that in for the go-ahead goal, but this is an opportunity for Tulane. Ooh, Hoishi. Nice save. That was so close. We're getting down to the last seconds. We're just waiting for it to touch on the ground. A bump. Bump by Hoishi on Bus, and that puts it down. Game number one goes to the Taipans, and you know, right out the gate, we were expecting some offensive power, and we did end up getting some great offensive plays, but these teams are extremely evenly matched so far here, Xandar.
They certainly are here, Wallaby. They really are wanting to become the other one. They want to be that top team. And certainly the Taipans looked like that in the final few seconds. They got that go-ahead goal with only 9 seconds remaining on the clock, cutting it very close here. The Wind were leading for a good majority of that match. The passes were going through for the Wind. Not so much for the Taipans, but that great pass. I was nearly going to count out Zora, but then Dread followed that one up, got that second goal, got the win in game number one. And that's a great start, but still many more games to go.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to be getting into game two here as soon as we get the ready up going forward. Great play here from both these teams. And you know, a match that really, this match has, you know, kind of an influence only on the seeding for the playoffs. Both these teams are pretty comfortable in their playoffs positions here. They're both ready to go, you know, into the back half of the postseason. But the seeding can matter here, and also when you're moving into this match as well, we have divisional play coming after this. There's three matches, sorry, going into that, and you really want to put yourself in a good position, a kind of a good mentality moving forward into that. But we do get 5 minutes on the clock for game number two here. The Winds are down one. Taipans took game number one here in this 4-game series. As we move forward, and Bus is going to put a shot on net, and you know, right out the gate, the same thing that we saw before. Xandar, Wind are coming out really fast, but they have to be careful on those third backs.
And that's a dangerous one there. Just as passing it along, Dread looks for the opportunity, but yeah, that's a great opportunity with the counter attack. You're talking about the Wind. They absolutely were pushing up just like game number one, starting out pretty hot. But if you can't keep it in your control for more than just 10 seconds with the opportunities, you're not going to be able to keep it within yourself and try to take the lead again.
It definitely controls a huge deal in Rocket League, especially when you get into the midfield and when you get into the higher tiers, where you're going to be trying to make some plays come out. You can't just shoot it at the net and hope it's going to go in. It doesn't really work like that anymore. But Bust, going to take it off. He's trying to get it to the midfield, doesn't actually get it there. Zora has a good 50. Bus, out of maybe frustration, don't know, but gets the demo on Hoishi, which actually leaves an opportunity here. Hoishi's trying to get back. Star fakes it out a little bit. Bus tries to get the 50 on Dread, and it looks like it's going to be a pinch, and Star wisely does not touch that. That could have been very dangerous if he had put in a touch on that. But Taipans, the pressure is not over yet. They're trying to get this first goal here in game number two. The Wind did take the first goal of game number one, and they do not want to repeat performance of that as Zora tries to take a shot. Great 50 there by Tulane. But, you know, now that we're kind of gotten past those first couple frantic minutes, we again have a very similar situation we had in the game one, where it's a lot of just kind of midfield play here, Xandar.
A lot of midfield play indeed. Once again, we're approaching halftime. We're just hitting that 2-minute mark left. We're approaching that dire moment that we saw in game one. Then the Wind score out first, but then they let in 2 unanswered goals to give the win to the Taipans. But now it's looking like it once again. Same time, same scoreline, but maybe the opportunity can come through for Bus. Not going to end up going for them. But now Star looking for the opportunity, gets a double tap off the defender, and that's a great opening goal for the Wind.
Wow. You are a star in my sky. Gets up into the sky, gets an absolute oh my goodness, that was a horribly abusive dunk there on Zora. That's really tough, and that is first goal again going to the Wind side here. Oh my goodness, that is tough, but you know, you still have 2 minutes, or half the game actually remaining, so definitely don't want that mentality to kind of slip. Taipans have been here before, they recovered really well last time. Let's see how they recover here again, Xandar.
Oh, that was a great save by Zora, having to try to push it through off the post. I like the passes coming off from the Wind. They're not cuddling themselves like a little bear in the final few minutes. They're trying to push down the field, try to get that insurance goal that they are in desperate need of, because they do not want to go down again. They do not want to have a tie ball game that then ends up going in the wrong direction. And maybe they have the opportunity right here off the ceiling. Maybe the tap. No, Dread's going to turn it away. Looking for the redirect by Hoisey. Not going to be so. Star, good flick. Another one. And Star going to get that insurance goal for the Wind.
Wow, Star is absolutely just going crazy. Picks up the pass from Bus, just pops it by Hoishi, then immediately flicks by Dread. What an incredibly good, nice controlled play there. That was really impressive. And you know, your Star My Sky, he is absolutely coming out here to play right now, and in this game too, stepping up huge, especially after kind of a struggle in game 1. Only had 86 points in that game 1, so definitely huge coming out for them. And Tulane is gonna put another one in. And that is just, oh my goodness, an unfortunate miss by Dread. And right now, the Wind are just pouring it on. They are, you know, they lost game 1, but they're making a statement here, showing that they are just as good, and they are taking this game 2 by storm.
Absolutely. Our Star only got like 92 points in the last match, and now leading the scoreboard with 2 goals off of 2 shots. But maybe the shot gonna go through. Corner denies it off the post. The opportunities now coming through for the Taipans. Gonna be over to the corner off the rolling of the ceiling, and Chu Lane gonna get there first off the 50 Dread, I mean. Gonna get this one through. Not gonna win the 50 though. It's gonna go off the backboard. Another opportunity. There's no offender there from Bus. Is gonna take his time. 45 ticks left on the clock here, Wallaby. And right now the opportunities, a lot more for the Wind, as Star gonna get the hat trick, and that's 4-0 in the way of the Wind.
Man, that's just tough. Zora with the backflip. Oh my goodness, Dread almost makes it there, but Star does put it into a position that really is just not savable from Dread's side there. 4-0 in favor of Wind here, and at this point, the Taipans really just need to make sure that they kind of reset their mentality. They kind of get ready to go into game number 3. You know, at this point with 30 seconds left, it's just really not, you know, feasible that they're going to come back here. So maybe get a goal for the road, get a goal just to kind of reset that momentum, and try to reset your rotations and your mentality as we move into game 3. 20 seconds now on the clock, and Wind are just going to kind of coast into a victory here.
Victory is in the sights. Even if you let that one go through, it's another great save just to push off the corner. But absolutely, the final 5 seconds don't mean really anything to the Wind. They're just trying not to give up this 4-0 scoreline. But Zora gonna get his name on the board again in game number 2. A walk-off goal to be said here at 000. Only bring it down by 3, but certainly going to game number 3. That's going to be a great momentum boost to push them through and possibly get a couple more wins.
Yeah, definitely, and that's huge, right? Like you kind of went into the game, and it really was kind of tough. You know, Star came out and absolutely put incredible numbers up. We are going to be moving to West Coast servers, by the way, so we're going to be resetting the lobby real quick. But yeah, you are a Star Wars guy. Came out just absolutely incredible offensive performance. opened it up with the bang with the dunk and followed it up with just good plays across the board. Nice control, nice speed. Zora definitely on the Taipan side was trying their best to kind of, match the speed and pace. But Tulane, Bus, and Star definitely came out with authority in game number two, and that is exactly what you need to do when you go down in game one. Tie the series up, especially in a game like this where you're going against the best team. Taipans right now, number one in the standings for minor. And it's huge. Like, it's huge when you're the Wind coming into this to get that game two kind of rebound. So really good play by them. It's really, really impressive to see them bounce back like that. And we're going to be getting into the next lobby and moving towards game three. And as we're moving kind of close into this game three, who do you think is going to be taking this one here, Xandar?
This one's kind of interesting. The first game went kind of lopsided in the beginning and then fall back into the Taipans' way. And then the Wind coming with a dominating performance in game number two. So the way that the momentum has shifted, even though they got the one goal for the Taipans, I really think that the Wind are going to pull off this one again. I don't know the scoreline, but I certainly believe that it will be the Wind that comes out with game number three.
Yeah, definitely not that bad of a prediction for sure. Buzz has an opportunity. Oh, great response there, Dread. Off of the demo, spawned in and immediately got a great touch on that, and then follows it up from a good outlet pass there on defense as well. Gets the dunk down, it goes to the midfield, and an opportunity instead of counterattack. Bus does get 50 by Zora. And the Wind, again, they came out with good speed and Star, an unfortunate, Hoisey, I think Hoisey hit that. I actually think Hoisey hit that. Let's see here. Hoisey did get a touch on that, and Star was just right there. Upper right corner. That is brutal for the Taipans there.
It certainly is. I don't believe it was a ghost touch. I think it was just a better 50 or just a better touch on that Octane hitbox that can be unpredictable at some points in time. But certainly what we've been kind of reading at is Star is a part-time astronomer apparently. According to Chu, we got a few notes. It's also named for 14 stars, and he won't tell us which one. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty interesting, but that's a good not own goal in by this team in Orange. The Taipans, they do get the clear out here, but Tulane gonna get the final clear though. Off the ceiling in the midfield. Bus gonna send this one over the sidewall off the corner of the ceiling. Look for the shot. Gonna be 50 though. Guy just waiting for the opportunity, but gonna be a hard touch out. Hoisey, great receiving of the pass, rolling up the corner, over to the corner now once again. Zora gonna get the pinch, great pinch. It's a great opportunity, but gonna clear it off the backboard. And about the first 2 minutes has elapsed off the clock here, Wallaby, and right now it looks pretty favorable for the Wind, but I cannot count out what the Taipans have been able to put up, especially the ways that they can put up things in the latter half of the game.
Yeah, they've definitely had some strong back halves of the game, especially game one in particular. But right now they are definitely on their back foot. We get past the 3-minute mark. Zora does get the 50 down onto Bus there. And they're going to be moving up. They're trying to get this tied early. They do not want this to the clock to keep winding down and kind of putting the pressure on them to get a goal. And right now they did leave their third back. Star had an opportunity, not really the miss we've come to expect out of him. Definitely, based off what we've seen so far, would have expected them to put that in, but a rare miss gives a break for the Taipans. And right now they are back on the offense, but they have to be really careful. Right now, something that I've noticed from the Taipans is that they're leaving their third back kind of really far forward, and oh, that is great patience from Tulane to receive the pass from Dread there. That is just tough when you're Taipans here trying to get that goal back, and Tulane just great placement, good patience, and really good positioning to get that goal number 2 for win. And Taipans is struggling right now here, Xandar.
Certainly are. Another great, interesting fact that we have been graciously been answered is once again Tulane. Favorite color is goals, and that's a second one within the 10 seconds that has been elapsed here. It's a great shot in the middle of the net. Took the opportunity right off a kickoff, and 3-0, 2:07 left on the clock at Wallaby. It does not look great for the Taipans. with not a lot of time on the clock, but certainly they can pull this one off if you can pull off what the #1 team can in minor.
Yeah, 2 minutes left. Definitely plenty of time for 3 goals, but the touches are going to need to be a little bit crisper, a little bit cleaner. And at this point, was talking about how the third back needs to be a little bit more careful, but right here, you just kind of have to, you're gonna have to go a little bit more aggressive. So probably not the time for the third back to be careful. But yeah, Taipans down 3, tied in the series, but it is really looking closer and closer to a win, with the win taking the lead in this 4-game series here.
80 seconds left on the clock. It's an opportunity that may come through for the Taipans if they can get something here quickly. Looking at the double commits, that's a great opportunity. Can they push it through? No, Bus rushes back. And Zora does send it off the corner. Once again, in the same corner, it's a great opportunity. Wide open net, gonna go wide. That was an opportunity for Zora. Could have took more time off the clock to really just get a better shot on target. You did not have to rush that one. And now you have under a minute now. Have to get 3 goals to send us to an overtime, or this one will certainly be in the way of the win.
Yeah, 40 seconds now left, and that's really tough, especially from the mental game. Dread tries to take an opportunity here. Hoishi trying to get the save coming out from Chulane, not able to do so. And right now, the Taipans, they definitely look out of sorts. They're not really getting the touches they want, and the wind side is just really not missing at this point. They're getting very consistent on their touching, very strong hits, especially in the midfield. They're speeding up as the series goes along. And right now, the Taipans, they need to try their best to kind of, again, reset for Game 4. At this point, you lost Game 3. There's 4 seconds remaining. That's not going to happen. You just need to reset that mental game. Every single game matters in a 4-game series because it's not a best of 4. It's 4 games. So everyone is exactly as important, just as important as the other, as we do get the ball hitting down. It's Game 3 going over in favor of Wind. And Chulane, Star was the one that really came out in Game 2 and put down the hurt. But Chulane, the GM actually of the Elements franchise, came out with an absolute vengeance and had some great patient play, and put Wind in a position where they pretty much kind of ran away with it.
Absolutely did. 499, 2 goals off of 3 shots, with 1 save and an assist accredited to Chulane. That's a great scoreline right there. And then you have perfect teammates move that bus, and Star. You have to have teammates like that we're gonna be able to help you along, get that quick, easy win, especially against the #1 team here. That's a great showing. And if you can get this series win, if you can win this one 3-1, that's gonna boost yourself, especially when you're getting up close to playoffs, because opportunities or seeding is really gonna be determined off of what you're gonna do right now in this series.
Definitely, and these teams are going for those top seeds. But we're going to be moving into Game 4 here. Right now, the Wind have the 2-1 series lead. Taipans struggling recently, but they are the #1 team, so really expecting a bounce back from them here as we get 5 minutes on the clock. Xandar, I'm really excited to see how this Game 4 plays out.
I am as well, but that's a great dunk to start us off. Hoshi can't get back to it. He cannot, but maybe another opportunity. A little bit of awkwardness in the opening moments here for the Taipans. They can get away with it though, but the Wind are coming in strong with Star. Does end up actually coming in for Chule, maybe for the tap. No, cannot be slotted down. And now Dre gonna have his own opportunity. Back to Hoishi. Hoishi off the corner. Looking for a shooting opportunity. Wide open net in. Star gonna get, once again, the opening goal for the Wind.
Unfortunate touch there by Hoishi. Did beat Bus into the corner, but Star beating Zora quite handily right there on that challenge. Puts it straight into the middle of the net for goal #1. And, Wind are just coming out. They look just so good right now. And the Taipans, they look a little bit disjointed. They do have time to recover that here, but they need to make sure that they're a little bit more consistent on those rotations, a little bit faster, and just a little bit stronger on the hits here.
consistency is the #1 part of this game. Doesn't matter what rank you are, you can move up so quickly just with a little bit of consistency. That's really, no matter, whatever you are at, that is exactly what you need. And these teams right now, they're losing, or no, just the Taipans are just losing their consistency that they've been putting up all season long. But this series has not been consistent at all. They would say a little bit lucky in the first game, but right now they're being hammered on the goal line. That's another save. Tulane gonna have another opportunity, just pops it up, gonna get out being in the air. Chose to go with the double jump aerial instead of the fast aerial, so that's gonna slow you down up in the air. But certainly, Wallaby, the opportunities are coming through a little bit more for the win, and the Taipans, they need to close the gaps down. They need to tie us up, get us tied up at 1 apiece, or this one's going to be taken away in a split second.
There's plenty of time on the clock still, so the Taipans need to make sure that they don't go a little bit overboard on the aggression. But yeah, right now the win, just kind of doing whatever they want to. They have really nice positioning here, good touches. They're trying to get it out, and the pressure coming from them has been significantly more consistent and a lot more threatening. And right there, you see again, the Taipans just are really forward with their third back. Dread makes a nice play to kind of recover it, and they do get a counterattack opportunity, and that's exactly what they needed. Zora gets the bounce out, went over to the midfield off the Tulane Hoishi 50, and Zora, someone that had kind of been, missed an open net last game as well, had 2 open net misses in game number 1, and that's exactly what we needed to see out of them. They are such a good player, and hopefully that brings the confidence out into the rest of this game for us. That is kind of unfortunate.
Well, that momentum just got shut up in the toilet, so okay. The cards have been laid down by the bus. Okay, the cars have been laid down, not the cards. The cars have been laid down just about halftime, up by 1. It's a great place to be, especially when you're leading the series 2-1 in game number 4, trying to get that 3-1 series scoreline. If you keep playing like this, you certainly are going to get this one. It's another opportunity, going to go high for Tulane. But the dangerous one by Hoishi, not going to be punished though. And now the Taipans going to take their own opportunity. It's a great 50. Going to go towards the net. Tulane going to turn that one away. Infield pass off the sidewall. Going to be received here by Sky, and now bounced off the corner. Good placement here, but not going to be followed up. Tulane going to get dunked on here by Zora. Zora being the powerhouse, going to get it past Bus. No, he cannot, and the boost going to be picked up. Just under 2 minutes now is left on the clock here in Wallaby. It's looking great for the win because they have another open net. Can he drop it down? No, he cannot, but it's just the opportunities are here for the win and not for the Taipans in these final few moments.
Yeah, definitely. It's, a minute 30 left. Again, not really time to throw in the kitchen sink yet, but you've got to be very aware that you're down 1 and you need to score to keep this alive. And that is not what you really needed. And again, the third back just too far forward. Didn't get the touch they needed. Hoishi sitting there kind of support, but Bus just had such a good 50 down, and Star just doesn't miss those. He hasn't missed those the entire series. And right now they take the 3-1 game 4 lead, and the Taipans, they're gonna need something really impressive here to come back in this game 4.
And now it's a completely different problem. You were talking about in the previous game, I believe. You're talking about the last defender being too far back for the Taipans, and now it's the opposite, and now it's too far up. There's no good middle ground currently for them. They push up too far, they get caught out. They push too far back, then they have basically no offensive pressure with that third man. So now you got to find that nice middle ground in this final 55 seconds, or this one's going to be all over. That's a great opportunity. Another shooting chance. Looking for the top corner. Going to be turned away by Sky. And now Zora going to miss this one. Dread going to miss the miss flip off the pre-flip. And now Hoishi, we're going to take this opportunity. Bus going to go under the ball. 30 seconds left on the clock here, and Tulane's here on defense. Gonna get double committed though. Can they be punished? No, the clear still comes out. But this final 20 seconds is going to be dire if they push this one in. But even up by 2, this is a hard thing to put here. And Wallaby, this one looks all done and dusted for the Taipans in the win. Looking like they're going to take this one in great fashion.
Yeah, as we get the final 2 seconds coming down, the ball just needs to hit the ground for it to be over. Taipans trying to get that goal differential stat in, one more goal for the road. But yeah, it's going to be a 3-1 victory in favor of Wind. The Wind's keeping it up too, and it does finally drop. 3-1 victory in favor of Wind here in this Game 4 series. Great play by them, knocking off the #1 team in the minor tier. You are a star in my sky. Definitely the MVP of the match across the board. Zora struggled a little